lineup is back, baby.
Ayo. Ayo.
Episode number 57. We're
Let's
back in
go.
business.
Yes.
We both had a nice little vacation this weekend.
Yes.
Much
Yeah.
needed. Talk to us about yours. You went to Seattle. How was that?
I did, and it was extremely well needed. As you can see, I have my Tacoma Rainiers hat right here. They are part of the Mariners organization, I believe. I could be wrong. But it was great. It was great to be out there. The first night, I mean, we went to a Mariners game. Like, that was the first thing. And my wife posted like first stop, of course, baseball. And I got to tell you, that stadium is super clean. Like, I'm comparing it to the Coliseum, even Oracle Park. I'll say that it's the cleanest ballpark I've ever been to, out of all the ballparks between San Diego and all that. So that was great. Vibes were awesome. The fans are really, really cool there. The guest services people are super nice. The person in our section, she just kept on giving recommendations on what to eat. She's like, oh, it's your first time here. There's like, if you go to guest services, they'll give you a little certificate. Like, it was just like really cool, right? I didn't have to ask. She was like giving recommendations. So that was cool. I mean, the shop honestly is probably one of my favorite shops. Like the store there, the top floor is just all memorabilia, all autos, Ichiro era, everything, right? You have everything. And then you go down and it just has, it's the mecca of Mariners, merchandise, where I got you your nice little
you
Ichiro.
FaceTimed me and each player had like 3 different style of
Yeah.
shirts, which is like, holy crap.
Yep.
I was like, oh, I'll just get a Mitch Haniger shirt. Like, that would be cool. And then you FaceTime me and I'm like, holy shit. Holy
Dude,
shit, there's so much.
Navy blue, gray, and teal. That was kind of like the standard for all. I mean, they had Rodriguez, they had Mitch Haniger, they had Ichiro, of course, Griffey, Edgar Martinez. Dude, they had just everything. It was crazy. Even the hat selections. Oracle Park doesn't necessarily have this, but they have all their minor league teams. All the minor league teams in Washington, they have them in the store, in the Mariners store, which is pretty awesome. Cool. That's how I got this hat. Even the store, because it was right next to our hotel. They have a Mariners store next to our hotel. Even there, same thing. It was pretty cool. It was pretty cool, but I enjoyed it for sure.
The most important question: how is the food?
Oh, dude!
And what'd you get?
So I got got crab fries and a crab sandwich.
Oh, fuck.
And
yeah.
Believe me, like I love Oracle Park, right? I love their crab sandwich. I love the garlic fries, but these crab fries, delicious. And it's fresh too, right? They're literally next to the sea. Everything is coming from the sea. It's just like, it's very fresh. The seasoning on the fries was delicious. So that's why I had the crab sandwich. I will say the only thing that makes Oracle Park better is that Oracle Park uses sourdough bread, and then they use like a garlic butter rub on the bread. They didn't do that for Seattle, but I mean, I guess it's a healthier option, but it was really good. And then lemonade, we had lemonade. Of course, the wifey got some boba. I don't know how. I saw that. Yeah, I don't know how, but yeah, she did that. What else? I think that's all we really had. They have your standards, hot dogs and stuff like that. They're actually known for one of their franks, but I didn't get to get that. I also got some game used merch. They have one of the they have like those mystery. It's not like Oracle where it's a mystery bag. It's really just a baseball. And I was hoping for an auto. I asked the guy, I was like, hey, what are the chances of me getting an Ichiro auto or Ken Griffey? He's like, yeah, you're not gonna get that. I've only seen that like once. And he's like, I've tried 7 times and I don't get lucky. I was like, oh, okay. But he's like, but have fun. I was like, you know what? Here, I'll let you choose the ball. And then I got a game used ball, but it wasn't an auto. I was like, yeah, you're bad luck, dude. But that's what I told him. But it was fun. I had so much fun there. That Saturday we really just that's where we kind of roamed around, just Washington. We went to Bellevue and all that. But I went to some card shops. I got another box of the Allen and Ginter.
I got the Allen and Ginter.
Yeah, I know. I got the Allen and Ginter box, and then that was one shop. It's called West Coast Sports Cards. Pretty well known. They've been around since like 1985, 89, so they've been there for a long time. And then I went to another card shop where I got just like little packs. Yeah. But it was awesome. The weather was great too. It didn't rain much, so I enjoyed it.
Love that. Can't wait to go. I will be there in September.
Yeah.
And then we'll see where it ranks for me, but it looks like it's your number one.
Are
you willing to say it's better than Petco?
Oh,
Petco was your number one, was it?
Petco was number one. Coors is number two.
Oh, that's right. I forgot you go.
Man, that's hard because I have Petco number one, just with the food, the vibes, everything, where you're sitting. And here's the thing too. That day it was raining. It was pouring rain. So they have a retractable roof. So I got that experience, right? It was fucking cold. It was freezing cold. But it felt very intimate, right? Because it was closed off. I'm curious to see how different it would be in terms of vibes if it was open and it was sunny, things like that. I would put it at 3. I would put it at 3. But yeah, definitely, like, I highly advise going there. It's nice. Even the weather. I mean, of course it always rains there, but if you look out, it's well worth it for sure.
Love that. Let's get into some quick hits.
Hell yeah.
We got a little preview. Battle of the Bay, the A's and Giants will kick off. We're recording this on Monday. A's and Giants, Tuesday through Thursday, I believe.
Yeah. Tomorrow. Yeah.
Break it down. Who's winning this series?
Come on, dude. I'm going with the Giants. They're gonna be at Oracle, and I mean, I don't want to say the Giants are on fire, but they are picking up some speed. They're doing really well. They stomped all over the Nats, right? But they also gave a decent run against the Mets. You know, they were pretty close games, decent. So, and then they shut down the Guardians the series before. So, like,
best offense in baseball.
Yeah, hey, it's looking good. So I'm going Giants. I think it's going to be a split decision, but the Giants will win the series.
I got the Giants clean sweep. I think they're gonna steamroll right through my beloved A's, but. Yeah, Giants are doing good. Pitching's looking good. They like to tack runs on. So kind of love to see that if you're a Giants fan.
We'll talk about that because, dude, that for the longest time the Giants were not like that, right? For the longest time as a Giants fan, you're like, fuck, dude, can they score more than 2 runs? Like that was
be like 3-1. That was their win.
Exactly.
Now they're busting out the 7-1, 9-1. Those kinds of scores.
Love that.
Some bad news. John Means officially Tommy John. So he will be out until next season at the earliest. This sucks. You know, he was starting to, become one of those guys, one of those top of the rotation guys. I wish he would have been traded and got to explore
that's
something.
What I was expecting. I was expecting him to be traded by All-Star break and just he was going to tear it up to the Giants. That was
not going to happen. Not going to happen. But yeah, it just sucks. We wish him the best in a speedy recovery. Nashville.
Nice.
Dave Stewart is leading a group in preparation to bid for an expansion team in Nashville. The Nashville Stars, which, let's start there, is homage to a Negro League team, which was the Nashville Stars, which would be a first. That's, first off, really, really cool. Dave Stewart would be the first minority to have a majority stake in a baseball team, I believe.
Yeah, I think that's what I read on. And also this group is it's a diverse pool of people. Like it's not your typical Caucasian owner. Like that's not the case. It's very diverse, which is great to see because you don't see that a lot, right? It's pretty hard to come by. So I think that's really cool. And Dave Stewart, honestly, I love the guy. I mean, you can say nothing bad, wrong, like anything wrong about him. He was a competitor, right? He's well loved in Oakland. Fucking the Athletics. I think did they finally throw that celebration for him?
Or they haven't thrown it, but they officially
Jesus,
scheduled it.
since 2019, like do it already. You know what I mean? But sorry, I digress. I'm excited.
One bad thing to say about Dave Stewart. He traded Dansby Swanson, which he should not have done.
Okay.
That is my one.
Yeah. Okay.
But other than that, Dave Stewart is amazing. He's great.
Yeah.
The stadium. I don't know if have you seen the proposed stadium?
No, I haven't. I think did I post this? I could have sworn I posted this while I was in Seattle. Or read something. No.
Sure.
Well, anyways, go on.
Stadium on the outside, there's going to be a music venue, an outdoor music venue that has kind of like a roof above him. It's still outdoors, but it's going to be covered in case it rains, and it's literally flush right up against the stadium. And in the renderings there, they show a picture of a packed stadium with a baseball game going and a packed music venue going on at the same time. So could you imagine
nice. Yeah.
like a concert and a game going on at the same time? Traffic would be horrible.
Oh God, parking
would be horrible, very expensive, but would be very, very cool as far as vibes go, for sure.
Yeah, give me 2 large ass parking garages. I think that's where you find success. Oracle and Oakland do a horrible job with parking. It's fucking horrendous.
Yeah.
Colorado and Seattle have a parking garage, and I can tell you right now. Too. Yeah, in San Diego, you're right, and it works. I hope that happens. Too. Yeah. So.
Yeah. No. Agreed. Parking is big when it comes to these new stadiums.
Dude, hopefully that makes my decision if I want to go to the fucking game.
We're adults now. Now. That's such an adult thing. The Padres are the first to announce it. This is going to be the first of many. They're going to have Motorola on their sleeve, or is it on their? No, it's not on their sleeve. It's on their chest.
Yeah, it's
similar to basketball. They're going to be the first ones to wear a sponsorship on their jersey.
Nice.
Which it's coming. I'm not a fan of it, but I didn't like it when NBA started this, and honestly, it's like whatever. It doesn't really affect me as long as it's not like a soccer jersey where there's like 30 logos.
Yeah,
that's where it's too far. One, okay, cool, I could do that, but anything more than that, we're pushing it.
Yeah. What do you think the A's are gonna have? The Bellagio. They're gonna have the Bellagio. That's what's gonna happen because they're going to Vegas.
Clorox wants to buy the team, so Clorox.
Okay.
We're staying in Oakland, baby.
Okay. Yeah, no, you are. But Dave Stewart wants to have a completely like new team, expansion team. What if the A's were to move to Nashville and then Dave Stewart kind of just takes that over? Like that's a possibility, right?
Yeah, and I know, and I mean, fuck, we could talk about it now if we want to be honest, but I don't think any of the teams that are in the league are going anywhere. I truthfully don't think the A's are going anywhere. If the A's truly thought Vegas was a good option for them, it would have been official. I keep saying that if they really wanted to go to Vegas, it would have been official. I think this is all a tactic to get what they want in Oakland. They're threatening, but I don't think that there's much bite to their punch. You saw the Raiders, right? As soon as the Raiders were like, yep, we're going to Vegas, no problem. And I know football is different, but they didn't hesitate.
Yeah.
There's a lot of hesitation with the A's. So they're staying. I think, will we get a team in Vegas eventually? Maybe. Vegas has proved to be a big sports city.
Yeah.
Football hasn't worked out as great as I think the Raiders would have wanted. But it also has kind of worked out because financially it's working for them. It's just not their fan base that they were used to having in Oakland.
Yeah, that's true.
But yeah, I guess we'll talk more about the attendance later, but
Oh yeah. And
A's aren't
actually,
going.
I have before you do that, let me know when you're about to start that because I kind of want to read something that will
Okay.
intro that. But go on.
Okay. Roki Sasaki. Don't know
Nice.
if I said that right. We're going with it. He almost threw 2 perfect games in a row.
Dude's a fucking beast.
He's 20 years old.
Yeah, he's
20
young.
years old in Japan. Got pulled in the 8th inning of a perfecto. No real reason. They didn't cite like injury or limitation on innings or anything. They were just like, nah, we're gonna pull you, bud.
And no
So
one questioned it. I can tell you that. No one
yeah,
questioned it.
different style of listening to your management over there than here. But yeah, dude has been tearing it up. I don't think he will be able to come to the bigs until he's like 25 or 26.
There's like a cutoff, I want to say.
Unless the team posts him, which teams have done that before. Pretty sure that's how Shohei got here. Because you don't necessarily have to be an international free agent. You could be posted by the team.
Yeah.
So we shall see. That is a name to keep
He's
an
like,
eye on.
I mean, yeah, like I hope he's successful because like when I think of successful Japanese pitchers, I'm thinking of Tanaka, right? Like, but his style is different. I feel like he has more velo than Tanaka. I mean, you could compare it to maybe Daisuke, even though Daisuke didn't have such of a great longevity of a career. Like he's still well known. Like people know him. I think he'll fall between that. So we'll see.
Yeah, always. I mean, it's hard. Pitchers are the ones that struggle the most because of the difference in baseballs.
I mean, he could be a Darvish, another Darvish, if not better, because Darvish was
Darvish
he was a
probably
phenom.
the best, I would say.
Mm-hmm.
Hideo Nomo, another good one.
Oh yeah, that's true. That's true.
But yeah, very very curious to see. I think in his actual perfect game, I think he had like 17 strikeouts or something like that.
Yeah, crazy numbers, video game numbers.
That's exactly it. Like you're playing your little brother or something.
Yeah, exactly.
Tell me how you really feel. Let's get into to that segment. The Royal City Connect jerseys.
Yeah, again this year it's making a lot of sense. They're finally connecting certain things to the city, right? And last year again, it was kind of meh, but this year I feel like it's making sense. The Royals, right? Was it City of Fountains? Something like it makes a lot of sense. A lot of people are not going to like it because the design looks a bit meh, but when you look at it, it actually connects to the city. So I would put this as my least favorite for this year, but again, it makes sense. I think it'll still be pretty cool to wear. But yeah, it doesn't rank number 1 for me, but I like them. Don't get me wrong. They make sense.
I agreed. I mean, you said everything that I would want to say. I just wish the colorway was a little bit different, too similar to the Cubs. I think if they maybe threw more baby blue in there, or
like a little rainbow,
throw some gold.
I see what you mean.
I think that's my only complaint about it, but I do like it overall. Not my favorite, but not horrible either.
Rockies are next. So I wonder.
And that's going to be purple and green from the leaks. And this is unfortunate that there's been so many leaks, but it's also exciting.
Patch it up. Fuck.
You get to see it. Exactly. Exactly. Come on, MLB. The season power rankings. Did you see the power rankings that were released today?
As of today?
Yeah.
Here's what I found.
What did you find, Siri?
Thanks, Siri.
If I'm looking at this correctly, do I have the Dodgers at number 1?
Dodgers are number 1, yes.
The Blue Jays number 2?
Correct.
Mets 3?
Yep.
Giants 4?
Yep.
Cardinals 5?
Yep.
Okay. All right. We have the we're on the
Rays are 6, Yankees are 7, Padres are 8, Brewers are 9, and the Seattle Mariners are 10. You know who's missing off of that top 10?
me see here. Oh, my Twins.
The first place Minnesota Twins.
Ayo.
The first place Minnesota Twins are
Yeah.
not in the top 5 or top 10, excuse me.
Kind of crazy.
So I'm not a big fan of these. I don't think this is accurate. What are your power rankings for this year?
Man, that's tough, dude.
By the way, the Rockies are not in it either.
Yeah, I think that's kind of crazy to think. There's literally 4 teams in the West that are above 500, substantially above 500. Wow. And then the East. I mean, you know how the East is.
The East gets down.
I'm joking though, because last year, obviously.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I guess just looking at it, right? I guess I understand why the Twins weren't in the top 10, but then it's also like they're number 1 in their division. Like, why aren't they on there? You know?
At least, I mean, I get that they're not a top 5. I would definitely agree they're not top 5.
Yeah.
But they can't sneak into 10.
Yeah, exactly. They're in first place. Like, what, dude? They're over the White Sox, who were, I want to say, like top 5. They were like,
oh yeah,
a few like a month ago. They were like maybe top 3. I don't know, but yeah, I see where you're coming from in terms of power rankings. I mean, it sounds weird, but I mean, I wouldn't necessarily have the Dodgers at number 1. I'd probably do Blue Jays. I would probably say Blue Jays. I feel like they're doing the Dodgers just because they're well known.
I'm a big run differential guy.
Yeah.
And the Blue Jays have a +3 run differential.
Okay.
The A's have a +9 differential.
I see what you mean.
So in my opinion, the Blue Jays aren't even a top 5 team.
Oh wow.
Okay. On paper, they definitely are, but I'm just
I mean, look who they've played,
year.
You know, that okay.
I'm just talking about this year. So I would go Dodgers 1. They have a +44 run
+44,
which is fucking I would go Dodgers, Mets, Giants.
Yeah.
And then I would probably say Yankees or Mariners, either one. It's weird because the Yankees have done good, but I feel like they've been shitty good. Like they should have really beat up on the Orioles, and they did not.
Yeah, no, that was a shit show in itself. I mean, and it's kind of crazy to think. I mean, yeah, the Cubs had that crazy fucking game, but I mean, they're +19. It's kind of crazy to
well, I mean, that's it is early. It is early.
Yeah, no, for sure.
I don't know. I saw these power rankings and it just kind of made me tilt my head.
There's some questions for
sure.
I mean, 10th? And you also have to see who they've played. I feel like that comes into play. If you're if you have the Orioles and you have fucking, I don't know, maybe the Rangers or something like that, like it's not a good tell.
For me, the excitement of the Byron Buxton tying and walking off against the White Sox late in the game look like, look
at that.
That's your MVP right there.
Right there.
Look, Liam Hendricks is, highly regarded as the best closer in baseball. And by the way, hate to say this, but we did call it. We said he would be good for 1 year and then he would fall off.
Bust.
And
not a bust, it's early, but he's just not. Yeah.
I know it's early, but he is falling off. But look, that excitement, and I know the White Sox aren't having the best year.
Yeah.
However, they're still stacked. And for the Twins to beat up on them, like that gives some power ranking push, in my opinion.
And come, mid-season form, if the Twins are still up in the front, I mean, they might trade some prospects for someone, they I mean, you never know. Maybe they get Montas. Maybe Montas, that could happen, right?
That would push them over the edge. They need one of those kinds of starters. They don't need to go get, the top dog that's out on the market, but
they need depth. They need depth. That's what they need.
Exactly. They need a number 2, a number 3 kind of guy.
Yeah.
So
I'm happy. You know, I'm mixing. I know I don't do this, but it's weird. But I got my Twins shirt on.
It matches.
It goes. But yeah, I know it's not ideal. But
shout out to your Twins.
Yeah, good for them. How's your team doing?
We don't have to talk about. We really don't have to talk about.
Where are they in the power rankings?
So the Reds. Great question. So in the power rankings, the Reds are listed at
30.
They have no number because instead of focusing on baseball, they focus on telling people in the crowd to take off the brown paper masks are on their face. So we're not focused on baseball at this point, and that's okay.
That's true.
Big fan of making our fans respect our team.
Yeah. They tell them to be careful what they ask for. They tell them to be careful what they ask for.
Or we'll move. We'll be the ones to go to Nashville.
Yeah.
We'll fucking threaten. We'll do it, baby.
And this is one thing, of course, we're talking power rankings now, but this is one thing to keep in mind. Like, we were literally just talking not shit about the Twins, but literally last week, it was a completely different team. They were last. So that's early. The beauty. That's the beauty of baseball. I know it's early, but that's the beauty of baseball. Things can change in an instant. You can literally have a losing streak of fucking 8, and it's that just turns you over.
So here's my question, and we did a whole segment on this last year.
Mm-hmm.
Who is like, it's too early, they're gonna get their way, just give them a little bit? Who do you feel that way? Because the Rangers are 5-10 right now.
Yeah, I'm not surprised there.
I'm not either.
Yeah,
I think this is pretty accurate of what the season is going to entail. The Astros 7-8.
I'm a bit surprised that's going to change. That's going to change.
Agreed.
Yeah. I also want to say
Red Sox 7-9. How do you feel about them?
That's another flag.
Surprise.
That's another flag. And then I think the Angels are going to drop off, even though, I think the Angels will drop down a little bit.
What about my Oakland Athletics?
I think you guys are going to stay in the middle. I think you're not going to teeter too much. I think it's going to stay in the middle. Like I said, I think the Angels are going to drop off. It's kind of crazy to think that the A's might be above the Angels come end of the season, but that is highly possible.
Soto, do you have the balls to say that the A's are going to finish in second place this year?
Okay, no, I don't. I'm not saying that. I said in the beginning of the season that they were not going to finish last. I'm not saying they're fucking finishing. No.
Please say it.
No,
I want to fucking hear that come out of your mouth.
No, God, no. The owner will find out a way to lose. He'll figure it out. He'll figure out another way to lose. And
how do you feel about? Oh, go ahead. Go ahead.
No, go on. No, it's fine.
Pirates 8-8.
We talked about this like year over year. They do this shit and they just fall off. Same with the Orioles. It's the same thing.
They will fall off. Hey, my Reds with 3 wins is pretty fucking good. 3 wins this year, baby. Hey. I'm excited about our 3. That's a big 3.
Yeah. Exactly.
Love to see it. The Braves struggling. The Phillies struggling. The Brew Crew, to be honest, I know they're above 500, but it is a little surprising that they're not a little higher.
I agree. They definitely have a better pitching staff than the Cardinals.
Yeah, 100%.
But Arenado's been tearing it up. So, it's just one of those things. And McCutchen, to my surprise, has definitely been making an impact with the Brewers, which is great. Man, he could actually be a good comeback player of the year type pick. Obviously, the obvious ones, right? Mike Trout and Acuna, like those are the obvious ones. But he could make a play for that. The Cubs too. Honestly, like I know they're below 500, but they have a good opportunity. Last year I was all Central and stuff like that, but both Central divisions, looking at it now, and Juan, I'm giving you credit. Looking at it now, both Central divisions are probably the weaker divisions of all. So
agreed. Said it last year, still fucking believe it this year. The Rockies, I am putting my foot down. I am ready to say it. They are going to be playoff contenders. I'm
next year. Hell yeah.
This year. I'm in.
Are they gonna? Do you think they're gonna make some trades? So here's the thing: they need a better pitching staff. That's why, honestly, the Rockies have always been good. It's their pitching staff. I'm sorry to say this. I love German Marquez, and I think he's really good. He's very solid.
He hasn't had a good year.
Yeah, the pitching staff has always been meh. And to be in Colorado, you need legit pitchers, which they've never really had besides Ubaldo back in the day. You need a legit 1 through 5 pitching staff because the ball flies.
No love
all
for
day.
John Gray.
He struggled. He struggled a lot.
He looked pretty good in Texas, and then he got hurt.
Yeah,
I'm pretty sure he's on the IL right now.
Yeah, but yeah,
I think the Rockies. I'm not saying they're gonna make the playoffs. I just think that they're gonna
playoff contention. Okay, they're gonna be like the Mariners. They're gonna be like last year,
and maybe not even that good. Maybe a couple steps below them.
Okay,
the A's of last year.
Okay, that makes sense.
That kind of realm.
Okay,
that's where I'm putting them this year. Miguel Cabrera, 3,000. He got to it.
Clap that up. Clap that up.
He had a good week last week.
Yeah.
He was like,
I mean, he's a good fantasy pick, dude. He's been having a really good year.
He picks up knocks. How do you feel about the Yankees intentionally walking him?
I think so. Lucky had a good quote, and I'm paraphrasing here, but like he's basically saying that's great that he's so close to 3,000 hits, but we're trying to win. Like that's not, and I 100% agree. Like you don't want to be that guy to give it up, right? And kudos to him, but you're trying to win. You're getting paid to win. You're not getting paid to just give up things like that. Miggy is for sure. He was gonna get it regardless, right? This year. So I'm in the same thing. Like that's the old school mindset of that's what a lot of fans are like to have that old school. Let him get his hit. Don't let pitch to him. Blah blah blah. That's the old school because you want to see some milestones, right? But this fuck you baseball, which I appreciate,
there's a lot of fuck you baseball going on right now.
A lot of fuck you baseball. I enjoyed it. And don't get me wrong, I wanted to see him get a hit. I mean, but again, you can't give the Yankees shit for that specific moment on walking him. You're trying to win a game. So if they were down like 10 runs and they fucking walked him, then it's like, hey, dude, what the fuck's your problem?
Yeah.
But yeah.
So you can't give the Yankees shit there. I do agree. But let's get into grinds our gears, huh?
Yeah.
Let's give the Yankees some shit.
Yeah.
What do you feel about the Yankees fans and the debacle against the Guardians?
It's just it's so irritating to see because that was probably on ESPN. I'm pretty sure ESPN put that shit on there, right? It's just a bad look for baseball. And I can guarantee you some of those guys are not even diehard Yankees fans. Yeah, they have the jersey and shit like that. But a lot of people give Yankees fans, and some of it is true, right? They could be assholes, right? They could be a bit rough around the edges, right? But looking at it, it's like, dude, this is a horrible look, not only for the Yankees, but for baseball. It's for baseball. And that's where like it pissed me off. Like, because every team has those types of fucking fans. You can't sit there and say, you can't be like, the Giants don't do that. The Dodgers don't do that. Dude, everyone fucking does that. It's just not recorded, right? Some of the shit's not even recorded. Every fan fucking does that. Every fan is yelling out stupid shit. So that's one thing I want to make clear. It pisses me off that, yes, they did that, and it pisses me off that it was publicized and like it's just a whole thing, right? That was the focus. But yeah, it's even worse for baseball. And I love, kudos to Straw for fucking doing some shit like that. That's one thing I appreciate. I'm not sure if you guys saw the video. I'm not sure if I know John Boy broke it down, but I'm not sure if fans saw. The guy was in here, like over the fence, right? Talking shit. And then when Straw jumped up, he bounced back like this and got scared. And then when his boys came over, then he came back. That's the type of, excuse my language, pussy shit that like are at games. And I'm sorry, but that dude, excuse me, but that's the shit that pisses me off, is because that player can't do shit. I don't care if you're a millionaire. I don't care. The fact that he cannot do anything and you're just fucking throwing shit, you're doing all these things, like that pisses me off too. So sorry, I'm going on a rant.
No,
but,
you're
but yeah.
fucking saying everything that I would want to say.
Yeah.
Again, but you said it best, and I want to reemphasize this. Everyone made it and twisted it as Yankee fans are horrible. They're the worst fan base. And look, I'm not here to say that they're the worst. I'm not here to say that they're the best. I think that every single fan base has this group of people. I don't think that group of people makes the entire Yankees fan base the worst fan base. I think it is very easy for social media and content creators to blow that up because, you know, you've seen the memes of, oh, the Yankees are in the playoffs. So what about the Lakers? What about the Cowboys? What about Alabama? Right? Like they're, you know, the bandwagon fans. And I get that. There is a large percentage of Yankees fans that are like that. I 100% agree. But does that mean every single Yankees fan is like that? No. Is
God,
that
no.
their general? There's real Yankee fans. Like, dude, what if you grew up in New York, right? And you grew up going to Yankees games. People are like, oh, you only like the Yankees because they're good. No, like nobody ever says that to me about the A's because I mean they haven't been that great. But I think, you know, my comparison of this is when I lived in Southern California, I would wear Warriors stuff. And people would always, oh, you're just a bandwagon Warriors fan. Like, no, I grew up going to the horrible days, sitting up at the top when they would get blown out by other teams. And I was still there, still a Warriors fan, right? So it's just a way to get likes, get retweets, get shares. But this does not excuse what happened. Horrible situation. Shout out to Miles Straw for having the balls to do that. And I hate to do this, but I'm going to do this. Miles Straw can do this, but what if it was a black player? I don't think a black player is doing that. I think if it doesn't matter who, just any black player that's out there, I think the narrative would have been swapped.
Tommy Pham.
Exactly.
He got shit. He got shit for it last year. Was it last year, right?
Yeah. Pretty sure it was last year. Last year or the year before. No, yeah, it was last year.
It was last year. He got shit.
Yeah. So see, and nobody's talked about that. Nobody's brought that up. And I really wanted to emphasize that and what Miles Straw did, love that.
He was standing up for Quan because they were saying stupid shit to Quan too.
Yeah, and what he did is great. I'm not saying that he's wrong. I'm just saying that this narrative would have been a lot different. Yeah, if he was black.
I agree. Even if he was Hispanic, dude, I mean they would flip it. They'd flip it. And yeah, I see where you're coming from. But that's how passionate we are about baseball. Like, yeah, we're not even looking at it at the team itself, but just baseball in general. And like that's the shit that yeah, exactly. And that's the shit that gets me going. I mean, that same week you saw a Padres fan and a Dodgers fan arguing in the stands, and the dude grabs her hat. She's stomping on the dude's hat. The fan grabs the hat or grabs her hat and throws it over the fucking field. Like that wasn't Yankees. You know, that's just everywhere. That's everywhere. And I mean, to be honest, if you don't want to see that shit, don't be in the bleachers. Don't be in the bleachers. Yeah, exactly. Every bleachers team, every team that has bleachers, you're gonna get that type of vibe. That's how it happens. I was at a Giants game, and same shit happened. We saw two fans trying to fight. Like that's just how it is.
So true story. When we went to our first Dodgers and Giants game last year, when Soto had to wear Dodgers stuff.
Oh yeah.
We purposely sat on the first base side. We definitely paid more than we probably would have. I mean, it was nice to have those seats anyway, but we definitely cashed out for that reason.
Yeah.
We didn't want to get shanked.
Soda thrown on it. You had your beautiful jersey, you know, like just
and I had purposely worn like a jersey that was gray, like I didn't care about as much. I purposely did. The playoffs was different, and I was scared shitless to wear my white
Yeah.
jersey, but
Yeah.
we digress. Let's
But
talk more about fan
exactly.
bases.
Yeah. Oh, sorry. Timeout too. More of the story, guys. Be better. Easy as that.
Love that.
Yeah.
Because players can't fight back always.
Exactly.
And you're putting the sport on the line. Introduce the next topic since you want to rub it in. Like, I'm sure you're going to fucking give me something I'm not going to like.
No. An owner has a potentially sweetheart deal to move the team to a specific location. But to break that lease with the city of blank, ticket sales have to plummet. So what does this owner do? Hire incompetent quote unquote players, trade away all the players in hopes that they come in dead last and that ticket sales are second to none. What is that plot?
Major League is a great movie. One of my favorite baseball movies. But for some reason, this plot also seems like my favorite baseball team, which is very, very unfortunate. I'm going to be honest. I really wanted to go to the A's home opener. But I was just like, why? You know, what am I? And I love baseball.
Yeah.
I would watch high schoolers play where I don't know anybody on the field. Like, that's the kind of person I am. I'll watch any kind of baseball. There's just a feeling of disgust around the A's right now. And it's not the players. I'm talking about above ownership, the front office. The A's have been in the spotlight this past week for their low attendance. Their opening night, they had around 17,000, which is a pretty good A's crowd for a weeknight. Not the best, but for the A's, decent crowd. The next day, 2,000, which was the lowest. With obviously take COVID out because nobody went to games during COVID.
They also changed the time last minute, right, for that game, right?
For Wednesday.
Okay, Wednesday. Okay.
I think Tuesday had more, and then Wednesday went down less. But it was 2,000 people at that game, and that is a record for the low. If you take all the COVID stuff out, since 1980.
Wow,
that's the lowest crowd since 1980. And a majority of media has caught on that this is not an A's fan thing. Like, it's not. They're not saying that A's fans are horrible. They don't support their team, blah, blah, blah. A majority. For the percentage that has not caught on to that and is pointing the finger at A's fans, please take a step back. If you are some sort of writer, content creator, influencer, anything along those lines, please take a step back and understand what you are putting out there before you put it out there. Because I have seen big writers, I've seen big baseball influencers pretty much drag A's fans into the mud. And say what you want, and I am biased, and I'll be the first to admit it, but you want to rank fan bases, the A's are pretty fucking high up there.
I agree.
And I'm talking about the diehards. I'm not talking about your Joe Schmoes. I'm talking about the diehards. And understand why the attendance is low. Would you pay to go see your favorite team if they got rid of all their star players and raised the prices and didn't have a nice stadium? Put the Giants back to Candlestick. Say we didn't tear Candlestick down. Put the Giants back there and trade away Crawford, trade away Belt, trade away Logan Webb, and have your single A team. And I'm not calling the A's players single A teams, but just for dramatization, have the San Jose Giants go play at Candlestick.
Yeah.
And if you want a decent seat, you're going to spend $75. Guarantee you there will be 2,000 people or less at that stadium.
I mean, dude, the Giants tickets are cheaper than the A's tickets at Oracle.
And
Like
that's a nicer stadium. That is a
nicer
better
stadium.
team, better environment.
Cost of living
as
is
far
a
as
bitch out
players.
there.
Yeah.
Like it's just it's all everything, right? But it's cheaper. I am a Giants fan, of course, Minnesota Twins fan this year, but I have gone to more A's games in my lifetime than Giants games. Why? Because it was convenient, but also they had cheaper seats. You had your dollar Wednesdays where like it was because I love baseball and I'll watch whatever I can, but going to San Francisco is a bitch and a half to travel, right? And I'll do what I can, but majority of my life, I would go to A's games because it was cheaper, right? And same with you. Casey's cousin wanted to go to opening night, and I was down for it for a second, but then I was like, why? In my head, not him. He ended up not going either, but it's just like, why am I gonna just to support who? They're gonna fucking trade him tomorrow. I don't understand, you know. But anyways, I see what you're saying, and in terms of being one of the better fan bases, I was in those city council meetings, right? I was listening into those,
Yeah.
and a lot of the fans, hardcore fans, were begging for the team to stay in Oakland. And I'm pretty sure there's no fans like for other cities, but they're literally begging for them to stay. That it means so much to the community. And so you can't tell me that they don't have a solid fan base.
How many fan bases, truthfully, do you think would beg city council? I don't think many. Look, I don't know. I wasn't paying attention, but when the San Diego Chargers left to LA, I don't think fans were begging their city council. They were probably fingers crossed hoping that it didn't happen. But were they calling in? No. I don't know that for sure, but I don't think they were.
I see what you mean, because that's a whole different conversation too. Sure. I agree. But yeah, I just to kind of support your claim. Yeah, I think the Athletics have a good fan base. It's just they're not getting any love. And one thing to clarify too, what I said about the incompetent players, that's literally, if you look up Major League plot, that's what it says. I was just reading what it said. I don't think any of the players on the Oakland Athletics are incompetent. I think they are all deserving to be on that team. So just wanted to clarify, just in case for some reason someone clips that or something. But yeah, it irritates me to see because yeah, it's part of my community. It's literally down the street. It fucking sucks. It sucks to see that. And say what you say about the fan base and how ghetto it could be, things like that. It's not what you think. Like you really have to look a little bit deeper. Say with the Yankees fans, like you said, right? Everyone sees them as these asshole fans, but like that's what's on the outside. That's the exterior. That's the persona, right? That a lot of these newer fans will take on.
Yep.
But these diehard Yankees fans, yeah, some of them might still be assholes, but they're not gonna do what some of these people are doing. So
yeah, I mean, the worst fan base is the Tampa Bay Rays. Moving forward,
are you wrong? I mean,
no, I'm not.
Dude, it's never full, even in playoff time, never full, right? It's hey John, I have some tickets from work. You want to go? For who?
Sure.
The Rays? Who's that?
I guess. That's the worst fan base of baseball, in my opinion. Angel Hernandez, that's what fucking grinds my gears.
Oh yeah.
Oh boy, that guy. He just continues to shoot himself in the foot.
Yeah.
Over and over again. That's all those strike calls were horrible, but the big kind of cherry on top was ringing up Kyle Schwarber in the 9th inning on a pitch that was a good 6 inches off the plate, at least. Yeah, I just I know it's not easy, and I don't think they could actually do it, but he needs to go. He needs to be demoted, fired, whatever. I don't think it's possible, but
Yeah, he I don't know, man. It's it's hard to be an umpire. It
it
truly
is.
is, right?
It is.
And I I'm gonna sound like I'm not trying to sound like an ageist or anything like that, but as you get older, it's your vision. You start losing your vision. You start.
Yeah.
That's just human nature, and he's just it's just not there right now, and it hasn't been there for a while. And don't get me wrong, I think he's probably a great guy. I think you've seen he signs autographs. He's a pretty decent guy, but of recent, he's not doing it. And there has to come a time where it's like, hey, like we're gonna have to fucking send you down. I don't know, send you down and get caught up. I don't know. Like it's what do you do in that situation?
Being a
That call
major
was
league,
horrible. That call was
no,
horrible.
it was horrible. And being a major league umpire is definitely difficult. But
Yeah.
what I do want to say is major league umpires should be the best umpires in the world.
Yeah.
Right. And if you're not the best umpire in the world, you need to be demoted or be gone. Right. If you want to be at the top level, which Major League Baseball is the top level, you need to deserve to be there. You need to, it shouldn't just be, oh, I'm going to become president. I'm going to work my ass off to become president. And then once I'm president, I'm just going to kick my feet up the whole time. And people are probably saying that's probably what most presidents do, but it shouldn't be like that. It should not be like
exactly.
that.
Exactly. And to touch on this too, just all you baseball fans, like it's funny because obviously that's clear as day is horrible, right? But a lot of baseball fans in general, even ourselves, right? Pitcher throws, catcher catches it, and in your head you're like, oh, strike. And umpire calls ball. Oh, what the fuck? By the time you reacted, you're already late. That umpire doesn't have time to have. He doesn't have your time to fucking judge the call. I'm not trying to defend him, but I just want you to open up I want you to open up your eyes a little bit and realize that by the time you're what the fucking, he's already had to make that call.
Did you want me to open my eyes, or did you want Angel Hernandez to open up his eyes?
That's both for sure. Both for sure. But fans, like, of course, right? Yeah, like he's probably getting a lot of hate mail. He's probably getting a lot of shit.
Yeah.
That one call, and obviously he's probably gotten more of that. But I'm just saying, like, the dude is human, right? Like, we don't need to get to the extremities of certain things that.
Yeah, no, there's definitely lines that should not be crossed. But demotion
is fine. I think it's well overdue. Yeah.
Don't think they can legally do that. Pretty sure the umpire union is.
Oh yeah.
No, I'm pretty sure the umpire union is one of the strongest unions in any company.
That's interesting. They can't send down, but they can call up.
Pretty sure. And it's kind of like once you're
there
justice, it's like you're there
supreme umpire. Like they said, they all have titles. Oh man,
my laptop's gonna die, so let's hope that doesn't happen.
Oh, okay, let's speed up this process. But yeah, Angel Hernandez, horrible call. If you guys haven't seen it, Phillies against who are they playing? The Phillies and the fuck were they?
Brewers.
And the Brewers. Yeah, horrible call. Take a look at it. I'll try to like post it. I know it's late already, but yeah, take a look at it. It's a horrible call. And Angel Hernandez is known for that, but just remember the spotlight is always going to be on someone like him and not other umpires as much. So, but yeah, that grinds my gears.
About the Giants and Nationals.
So this is the second time the Giants have gotten shit about running up the score. Granted, it was like fucking 7-0, and the Nationals were complaining about them trying to score, right? But then you see the Cubs scoring 20 fucking runs literally the day after. 21, sorry. That grinds my gears. It's like one thing like that you mentioned last week is that run differential is going to be huge this year.
Huge. Very important.
And then also Gabe Kapler even said it's like they would do the same thing. And I'm pretty sure we can look at scores. I'm pretty sure Nationals have scored more than fucking 10 runs.
You don't
in their
think
lifetime.
I mean, like, let's be realistic.
Yeah.
The Nationals can easily score 10 runs
sure.
in one inning.
Yeah.
And they're one of the worst offenses, fair to say. They're probably bottom 5.
Yeah.
As far as an offense goes.
Mm-hmm.
They could still score 10 runs off of any pitcher, in my opinion, in any fucking given inning. Dude, he got pissed because he stole second. Fucking throw airmailed, went to center. He got gunned at the plate. Like, you should be laughing and happy. Like, he just gave you a free out. If anything, that's what you want, right? You want your free outs.
Yeah.
You just got one.
Yeah, that shit pisses me. It's not because it's the Giants, but it's just like, dude, it's not even a crazy score. Like, if it was the Cubs, right, 21, like, how many stolen bases were going on in that game? I would love to look at that stat. Maybe
I don't know that,
but yeah, it grinds my gears. It's baseball. If you want, hey, get better, get good. Right? That's why I'm not in professional baseball, because I was not good enough to play professional baseball.
Agreed.
You are the best player in the world or in the United States. Don't bitch and moan. Like, you probably did that to other teams. That's my thing. So that grinds my gears.
Agreed. 100%.
Get better.
Giants will have the most bench clearings this year and will probably lead the league in hit by pitches.
Yeah.
Fair to say.
That's fuck you baseball. That's Gabe Kapler's way right there. Fuck you baseball.
I love the fuck you baseball vibes going on right now.
Yeah.
And I'm glad the Giants are kind of leading the
Is that a shirt yet? Is that a shirt yet?
Should be.
Yeah. Fuck you baseball.
Fuck you baseball.
Hell yeah.
Love that. Let's get into our shout outs, baby.
Yeah.
Boski, my man. He won our first DraftKings Sunday night special. In his first ever DraftKings game. I had to teach him how to use DraftKings. But he got it.
Yeah.
And he won. Yeah. Beginner's luck. I won week 2. So shout out to me. But no, legit shout out to Boski getting that first dub. Join if you're listening.
Sunday League podcast, baby.
Plenty of room to start playing with us. Whoever gets the most wins this year gets a jersey. And right now there's only 2 people with 1 win, and I'm obviously not going to just buy myself a jersey. So, I mean, my win doesn't count. Maybe I will buy myself a jersey. Who knows? Yeah, exactly. But yeah,
shout out Miguel Cabrera. 3,000 hits.
3K,
dude.
3K, Mr.
Hall of Famer. Hall of Famer, guaranteed.
499 doubles. Fun fact. So he's 1 double away from 500 doubles.
Yeah, 500 home runs. I mean, it's just plus. So I mean, hey. He's Hall of Famer guaranteed. Nope.
Really quick, we don't need a long explanation. Miguel Cabrera or Albert Pujols, who is the better right-handed hitter?
Ooh. That is tough, dude. Prime Miggy or prime? Ooh, fuck. Man. I'm going Miggy.
I'm going Pujols. I think more bat to ball skills, Miguel Cabrera.
Oh yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
Pujols. So it depends on what you weigh more. If Soto, you're more of a bat to ball skills kind of guy.
Yeah. I mean, he could just place it anywhere, dude, and it's crazy.
The best ball or bat to ball skill of any right-handed hitter that I've ever seen by far.
Yeah.
So you can't go wrong there.
You can't go wrong with either, for sure.
Shout out to Kyle Schwarber yelling,
hell yeah,
tossing his helmet, getting pissed, showing some emotion for the struggling Nationals. At the very least, it kind of pumps the boys up instead of, you don't want to intentionally walk to do that.
Yeah, no, I mean, he probably hyped up the fan base. I mean, one backdrop from that is that like all these kids saw that, and now they might fucking end up doing the same thing. That's the only backdrop. But other than that, it's like,
I'm okay with it to an extent. Show emotion. But if you show me emotion, it shows you care, but there's a line. Yeah, there is a line.
Yeah. So, some kids don't understand what a strike zone is. And those are the ones that are those are the ones that are gonna be arguing for no fucking reason.
right down the middle, and then they throw their helmet at the umpire.
Oh God.
Yeah. We all know that kid. Ty France is tearing the baseball world up.
Dude, I think he went 2 for 3 when I was there.
He hit over 500 last week.
Yeah.
I don't know this for a fact, but I'm very sure that he won the AL Player of the Week.
He did.
Okay.
Yeah.
We don't have this down, but speaking of AL Player of the Week, the NL Player of the Week. Do you know who the NL Player of the Week was?
I didn't see that update. I didn't look
Mr.
at that.
Cody Bellinger.
Wow, good for him.
Yeah,
Good for him.
exactly.
Everyone
Good
gives
for
him
him.
shit. Everyone gives him shit. It's like, come on.
The comeback season is in full effect.
Yeah, good for I'm hoping the best for him just because everyone was just talking shit. I mean, he's a human. Yeah, what my shout out would be to our Sunday League sponsored baseball team, the Los Padres. We got a W yesterday. We got a W. We're 2-1. We're 2-1. That one loss, we had 8 errors and like 12 Ks. It was a horrible that loss was horrible. But yesterday we picked it back up. I literally flew from Seattle. We flew at 10:30 or whatever. Got into San Jose at 12:30. Drove home and went immediately to the game. Warmed up for about an inning and a half, 2 innings, and then end up pitching. 2 in the third. Allowed 1 run, unfortunately, but yeah,
that's the grind.
Solid game.
That is the
dude,
grind.
Honestly, I don't know how these fucking minor leaguers do it. And granted, some of them are driving; they're on buses, dude.
I was just gonna say minor leaguers aren't flying, so that
was eye-opening.
That's your first step.
That was eye-opening. I was fucking tired, dude. I had to drop back one of them energy drinks like that. Was crazy. But anyways, shout out to Los Padres. That we sponsored them. Our stickers are on their helmets, so yeah, shout out to them.
Love that. Hey, shout out to Fuck You Baseball. We love Fuck You Baseball.
Love that. Love Fuck You Baseball.
We want more of that.
Let's go.
Thank you to all you guys for listening, liking, subscribing, commenting, messaging, whatever the fuck you're doing.
Hell yeah. We TikTok, Instagram, YouTube, wherever the fuck you love.
Bring more of it.
Keep on doing it.
We love it. Give us some more Fuck You Baseball as well.
Hell yeah.
Top line about, baby.
Deuces.